I had a client who was the president of his company, and his company was part of a large venture capital firm. This venture capital firm owns a number of different companies, and he was the president of one of those companies. He'd gotten some feedback from both his peers and his supervisor that he was viewed as being arrogant, pushy, and obnoxious. Example was there was a meeting that was held, a big corporate meeting of all the company presidents, many of the group vice presidents. It was hundreds of people, and this president was upset about a decision that had been made at a corporate level. Decision had already been made, and he took out a notebook and wrote his own petition about how the presidents of the different companies should not stand behind this corporate initiative. And he was walking around the meeting trying to get other corporate presidents to sign this initiative. Not a real good idea. So I was called in to, we did some interview 360s, and we did an assessment of his emotional intelligence. And his self-regard was very much out of balance with his level of empathy. And using the assessment in addition, so using the quantitative assessment to show that imbalance and putting that together with the feedback we got through an interview 360 that we did, created a real mosaic for this leader of what his leadership looked like. He was stunned. He had no idea the impact that he was having on his peers, on his supervisor, or on the organization at large. No idea. He was shocked to the point where we sat there and we were silent for a really long time in the coaching session as he processed this feedback. We put together a development plan that included things like apology. It included becoming concerned about others, about not having his knee-jerk reaction always be about him, caring about his peers, and caring about what other people thought. Those are big picture buckets of the development. We used a stop, start, continue format of what inside those buckets, what did he need to start doing, what did he need to stop doing, what was he doing that was already working. We worked together for about 9 months inside this coaching relationship, and then the relationship ended. I would see him at corporate events, corporate meetings, but the executive coaching was finished. About 4 years later, he knew that I was working in the town where his company was with another company president at the time, and he called me up to have dinner. And so we went and had dinner, and he told me that the very next day he was announcing his retirement from the company. And the impact of the EQ assessment and the interview 360 that we did had saved his career and allowed him to be able to reach retirement instead of being terminated from the company with only 5 work years left. And the joy on his face when he was able to say that was one of the most rewarding experiences that I've had as an executive coach.